I officially made it downtown Detroit off of Michigan Avenue. I looked to the right and I seen it coming. It looks beautiful. I actually used to climb in this place. It shut down the year I was born. It got torn apart. All the plumbing, all the electrical, all the copper was stolen out of it. My family even said that fucking the elevators and stuff, that people would like took all the elevators and shit. My uncle used to run an elevator company. Supposedly he used to come in here and have to repair the elevators back in the day. But I have been in this place and I've been on the roof. And when I heard that Ford Motor Company was actually buying this place to restore it, I didn't believe it at first because of how much money was going to be needed to restore it, because I've been in it personally. But it's a beautiful place, and it looks nice. And I mentioned in another video that it's the same people that built the New York Grand Central train station, which they built this one as well, which is in Detroit. It's the Detroit train station, which they closed down. Supposedly it goes, there's a tunnel they can, the trains can go over to Canada as well, under the Detroit River. If I remember correctly reading about it, that's kind of why they shut it down. It was like flooding or something like that. But there it is. It looks beautiful. It's nice lit up like that. If you go on Wikipedia, I mentioned in another video that they fought, the two people that designed the architecture for this building. They had a disagreement on how the building should look. So instead of losing the contract because of a disagreement, they decided to make two different buildings in a sense and bring them together. So the first part of the building was designed by one person, and then the back half of it, the back half, the tall half, was designed by the other person. They put their differences aside and came up with the plan and put it together, and this is what they came up with. That's supposedly what happened. That's what I read. It's amazing. When you go in there, when you go on the front doors at the hall and stuff, it's so big. It's huge. I like how they did the lighting on the top. They did a really good job, and I like the green lights. I'm happy they picked the green. That's cool. What's crazy is they've held a couple drift events over here, D1GP events here in Detroit, right here, right all around here. You can see them on YouTube. There's a bunch of drifting events that have happened over here. So this is the first stop for the night. I really don't have an idea exactly where I'm going completely. I just know I'm going. Those flowers are beautiful. Look at these things, man. Holy shit. Look at these things, dude. Those petals are huge. Huh. Those are beautiful. I'm really impressed with these. I would love to have these flowers in my yard. Those ones back there are pretty too. Look at these things, man. Holy shit. They smell good too. It's like a bush, a flower bush. Huh. They got white ones, pink ones. There's another one of those big bushy ones. Look at that thing. It's so cool. So beautiful, man. And they try to say God isn't real, man. People try to say God isn't real. This is insane. This is how you know God is real. Look at that. It's my favorite color, by the way, purple. I've never seen these flowers before. That is pretty. That's cool. They're everywhere. They did a good job. I see some graffiti this way. We're gonna go check out the graffiti. Which I put some wax in my this fucking Fusion. It's called a Fusion by Ooze. I actually like it. It's not bad. Hold on. You just put the wax in the tip and the quartz top. This one isn't it's quartz, but this one actually has 2 coils in it. You get 3 tops. I made a video actually, and I showed everyone, but I didn't smoke out of it. What I like about this one too, when you charge it, it lights up blue, which actually matches the charger that I have in my dash in my car right now, which I thought was nice, but it turns off when it's charged. And you have to, so Ooze makes a bunch of different, batteries for cartridges and all that stuff and whatnot. The actual Ooze plug, you got to screw it on and plug it into your car charger. This won't charge on any other one, even on the other Ooze ones. You have to have that specific Ooze plug that came with this, otherwise it won't charge. I noticed that. I thought that was kind of frustrating actually. So I actually have like a little snap, one of those Dr. Dre Beats headphones bags. I don't have the headphones anymore, but I have the bag, and it snaps open. It's like magnetic. I use that to store all the other tips, and then the charger piece, which I keep it in my dash now, in my glove box. So I put a nice little goop in here of wax, and I hit it once, and I got a nice little buzz. There's up and close. What's funny is I used to hop the fence over here by the bridge, and then we used to come down over the bridge a lot of times. But you can still see like the old structure, the old style metal structure. And what's crazy, if you go in the back, they have tons of these in the back. I used to climb on them and shit. Here's the graffiti. We'll go down here. We'll start down here because it just actually doesn't look like graffiti. It looks, well, it's art, it's paint, but it's not necessarily graffiti. It says Pat Perry 2015. It looks like industrial Detroit. That's exactly what it is. It's industrial people working, the middle class workers in the city. That's exactly what it is. And then you have a picture of Yvette, which is actually really good. Huh. And it has a plaque. What does it say? Let's see what it says. It says Yvette Passment. It says the Yvette mural commissioned by her family and friends was created by Syntex, a Detroit ambassador and vet of the graffiti game, known for his portraitures of iconic figures and indigenous people. Although it was not part of the AOB initiative as a community, we felt it was important to uplift its story as well. Yvette Passment was born on August 5th, 1975 and grew up in southwest Detroit. Her infectious smile, unforgettable laugh, and overall happy disposition was a true reflection of the person she was. She passed away in this spot on March 18, 2010, but as her epitaph reads, memories of you fill our hearts with love forever. It says Al Miral Yvette, which basically it says in Spanish, everything, the same thing. So she passed away right here. She's beautiful too. Look at her smile, man. They ain't lying. That smile is contagious. I wonder how she passed away. She probably got shot. Most likely, that's what happened. She most likely got shot or raped or something. Which it looks like some type of officer or something. I don't know. Security. That's most likely what it is, security. I got paint on the ground. It's definitely beautiful though. I'm happy they're putting it back together. It's nice to see it. You know. It's a lot of money. Here's the rest of the murals. At Verner and 17th. Got the dice and shit hanging on the mirror. You can see the Detroit City line with the bridge and shit. It's cool. That's pretty cool. I like how they did the hair and everything in the face. It's just... that hand is pretty sweet. They did a really good job. Takes a lot of effort to do this stuff, man. Like, with that gold strip. Like, it's not easy stuff to do. It takes a lot of time. Then you gotta do layers. You gotta layer it and stuff. That's pretty cool. That car is dope as fuck. That's shitty that it's starting to fall off right there. It's starting to peel. Looks like the plant, yeah, a plant is growing through it. The trees on the other side, they broke through. See the roots? That's what it is. It grew through the wall. The wall needs to be patched. Little wiener. Little wiener guy. That's awesome. Little sun. Little hand holding his fingers together. I do that all the time when I'm driving, where I'm in deep thought. That girl's cute, puckering her lips and shit. That's pretty legit. I like how they did that. That's gangster as fuck. Shooting rays of fucking light. Looks like, kind of reminds me of Mario with the little tunnels and stuff. And you got a palm tree. Corktown. Since Corktown, Detroit's oldest neighborhood, Corktown, 1834. Open streets, Detroit. It says at Lahiza, FD Zakalak, hashtag 1XRun. And I am the hashtag man. I'm the hashtag king. The hashtag king. For sure I am. Y'all have no idea what I have created. What I have programmed, what I have designed. It's amazing stuff. People don't even know the actual meaning behind a hashtag, which really has a lot of significant meaning. If you study the Bible, you study Jesus, and you study numerals, numbers, algebra, letters, the alphabet, which is very important, which has power. Words have power, numbers have power. So understanding them, you begin to understand life and the universe, which therefore gives you power, intellect. If you understand how to wield that power spiritually in a good manner, in a good way that is in tune, in line with God's plan, with His, let's find the word. Let's just say love. We'll put it because if you read the Bible, Paul, well, we'll just say a apostle, because there's many apostles, they all said it. You can do anything. You can do all this stuff in the world. You can obtain everything you want in the world, but none of that matters unless you love. You can know everything in the world, but what does it matter if you don't love? So therefore, it says that love is the beginning of knowledge. Love surpasses all knowledge. It says that love, you don't even know how to love until you understand and begin to understand and know who Jesus is. Which you must be forgiven. You must be You must be completely heartbroken, crushed spiritually, where there is nothing left. You don't want nothing else other than Jesus' love, because everyone has already broken you. Everyone has already let you down, including the road. You've already put your faith in everything else, and you realize that there is nothing that will fill that empty space, that empty void, other than Jesus himself. That's when you really fall on your knees and you beg and you beg and you beg for forgiveness, and he gives it to you. And when he gives it to you, you become lighthearted. You become like a child again. You become free-spirited. You're not weighed down with that heavy conscience of life, that guilt anymore. Not only from stuff that you have done, but what people have done to you. That's why I talk about it so much. That's why there is no one in my life really that much. Because if I let people in my life, I have to carry their conscience as well. Their conscience. When they're doing wrong things, they tell me, I gotta worry about them and think about them. Therefore, I carry their weight. That's why God says, you're not a man. Jesus says you're not a man until you learn how to carry that weight. You suffer in his name. You suffer for Jesus Christ, because you take everyone's conscious guilt away by helping them, by loving them, by showing them the right way, so that they can remove their guilt by doing the right thing. The only way to remove any conscious guilt is, one, to ask Jesus for forgiveness. Then he comes into your heart with the spirit of love. He cleanses you. And then you begin to love others, and that's what heals you. That's why people do missionary work. That's why people go out of their way to make music for others. Because it brings them healing. And then it brings others healing as well. That's what everyone's purpose is, whether they know it or not, is to serve Jesus, which is God, is to serve God and to love others, to serve others. Otherwise, what is there to live for? What purpose in life do you have? None. Nothing. Your career means nothing if you have no one to show it to, if you have no one to pat you on the shoulder and say, good job, which no one will do mostly anyways. My family never been there patting me on my shoulder. My family's never been there for support. My grandmother is the only one, and that's not the family, that is a single person. So take that into perspective. Think about that. I hope y'all enjoyed the building. There's not much to see around closer. You can't really get in there because they have it gated off. But I'm gonna head out. I don't know where else yet. But before I go, I'm gonna tell you guys where to go eat. If you like barbecue, I'm not gonna tell you it's better than Texas barbecue or anything like that. But if you're in Detroit, from my experience, it's probably the best barbecue place here in Detroit. From my experience, out of all the places I've been, this is my favorite place to go to, which, if you've been watching my channel and you know who I am and you know the type of food that I like and what I am about, you'll realize that this place is the best place. I'm gonna take you there. I'm sorry? My phone is on it, yeah, it's called a Nimball. It's so you can move it, it keeps the video steady. Oh, it's my flashlight. Yeah, I use it for everything, and then it charges my phone as well. Amazon, and then Amazon has it, but actually I found this at Walmart on the shelf, on those commercial shelves. They had seen on TV bullshit. It was like $20. Best flashlight I ever bought. So, yeah, it's called Slow's Barbecue. Sorry about that. This place is amazing. Listen, you can't can't make reservations. You gotta walk in, right? You gotta make the reservation when you walk in. Go park somewhere around here and wait. It's gonna be about an hour usually. It's worth the wait, I'm telling you. It's that place right there, the red building. This place is the best barbecue place ever. It was actually on Man vs. Food years ago on Food Network. That's how good this place was. I love this place. Don't come here unless you got $100 in your pocket. For at least 2 people, at least come here with $100 in your pocket for 2 people. But that's it. Slo's Barbecue Detroit. You know, they go to the Easton Market. They buy everything at the Easton Market, which is like Detroit's port in a sense. You know, for all the food coming in. But that's it, man. I'm telling you, come here, 2140 Michigan Avenue. Don't go anywhere else. Come here, Corktown. You won't regret it. That's a fact.